¿Qué vuelta hacer? What's up, everybody? Sapase Nabule. I hope you folks are doing great. Welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we're driving through Flagler County, one of the safest, nicest counties in Florida. We are in the north end of the county, and then we're going to drive south through the county. So you're going to get to see Flagler Beach and just all the Flagler County coastal areas. Today's a Saturday at 5 in the afternoon, and it is Labor Day weekend. So
Memorial
I'm
Day.
sorry. I don't know. You think I know what day it is? Do you think?
I know you don't. It's
I
the
don't.
sad part.
That's not the sad part. That's the happy part, that you understand that I don't even know what day of the year we're in. That's the beauty of life. Like, who cares what day it is? Like, just live life. Today is January. You ever start a YouTube video? Today is January 4th at 3 in the afternoon. I just had my knee surgery, and who wants to hear that crap, you know? There's a lot of YouTubers that are like that. Like, just live life, man. You know, formalities down there. We are in Corpus Christi, Texas.
We are in the state of Florida in Flagler County.
Florida.
At least say where you're at correctly.
Welcome to Orlando. Welcome to Jacksonville. Welcome to Pahokee with the okie dokie 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 rokie. Pahokee dokie rokie. How fast this person's going?
Yeah.
It's okay. We're not in a rush. It's a beach vibe town, and we're just chilling here. I hope they like the Jacksonville videos they're gonna get this weekend. Oh, I need to publish another one. 3 hours ago. Keeping the channel busy. I'm gonna go ahead and drop another one.
Yeah.
Another one. Another one. So right now we are passing Palm Coast, actually. Palm Coast, Florida is actually the biggest city around here, which we should actually do a video in. But I don't think we're going to. I think we're just going to drive along the coast. What do you think?
At this point, yeah.
Drive along the coast and get to Daytona. It sucks that there's only so much you can do on these trips, man.
Yeah.
It really does.
We only have like 3 hours of daylight left.
Yeah. And I really want to do Daytona. It's more important. Straight shot through Daytona.
Yep.
And then we'll hang out in New Smyrna. And then we eat at that Cuban restaurant in south side of Daytona. We should be able to make it to Titusville if we're quick enough.
Yeah.
I really don't want to get stuck in Orlando traffic. Whoa! Slow down with the door down! Gosh, Katie!
Like, stop.
You almost looked. The car behind you ended up in the grass. Dang it, woman, I take my ass off the road. The truck behind you almost ended up off the grass. The car behind you ended up in the grass. I'll look at the video later and see whose fault it was, but it's probably your fault for getting too close. I told you you're not in a rush. You were probably too close to them, weren't you?
No?
Yes, you were. I'll look at the video later, and if you were close to them, I'll punch you in the eyeball. The next time you guys see Kay with a black eye, you know what it was for. I'm not going to have this crap, Kay. I'm tired of your crappy driving. You're on a road with no traffic, and you almost rendered somebody. I'm going to watch the video, and if it was your fault, you're getting punched in the eyeball. I can't believe how small Flagler County is. Dude, there's no traffic. There's no reason for you to be getting a near collision on a road with no traffic. What's the speed limit out here?
50, and I'm going 50.
I'm still going to hit you. Literally no traffic, bro. There's no excuse for that. Oh, bunny road. Bunny foes. In a drop top Chevy with the roof wide open. I'm looking at my partner to see if his eyes open. Cause I've been drinking and I've been choking and
I'm just making random sounds because you have to.
Copyright issues there.
Yeah.
Dang it, T.I. with the E.I. with the P.I.
Yeah.
With the T.I.N.Y. No N.Y. We could do Palm Coast if we wanted to.
We just gotta roll.
I know. It's the time we really.
That looks like the Publix. It's in.
Have we ever done a Palm Coast video?
Yeah, we have.
How did it do? Palm Coast is like one of those really fast growing places. Palm Coast.
I don't think it did very well.
Let's find out. Palm Coast, 12,000 views, Katie. It did really well. 2 years ago, we did a video here that got 12,000 views. That's pretty good.
What?
Maybe we could timestamp this or tag this as Palm. Are we ever gonna be within Palm Coast city limits? And maybe we could like let me see. We could clickbait it as a Palm Coast. We're not gonna be within Palm Coast city limits at all. Dang it. Well, this is kind of the coast of Palm Coast.
Yeah. Well, you have to take this road.
We're paralleling Palm Coast.
Gotta get the daylight rolling.
I got 12,000 views.
We only have so much daylight.
There's only so much you can do in a day. There's no doubt about that. Daytona is still only 40 minutes away from Daytona, though, baby.
Yeah. We gotta get Daytona. We gotta do Daytona.
And then from there, we'll head to at least try to get to Titusville by nighttime, or Melbourne.
Yeah.
And then cut across.
Yeah.
It's 110 miles to Melbourne, 2 hours. Severe thunderstorm warning. Really? There's a thunderstorm somewhere.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's even raining out here. Look at the weather. And then from Palm Coast.
It's probably later into the night, though.
Can you add several destinations?
I don't.
From Melbourne to Sarasota. Is 3 hours. It'll be a 5-hour drive. Well, that doesn't make any sense at all. It's 3 hours from Melbourne to Sarasota. I'd hate to say this, but we might actually have to get on Interstate 4 to get back home.
That's what I've been thinking.
It's gonna suck.
Like, we live close enough where we could just come out here one weekend if we wanted to.
Yeah, like a one-night stay type of thing.
Yeah. Or just a day trip if we leave early enough.
Orlando's already gridlocked.
Yeah.
Go figure. With Orlando traffic, it's literally gonna take longer to drive from here now. I'm not gonna figure it out. We're probably gonna have to get on Interstate 4 whether we like it or not.
Yeah. And that means I'm driving the whole way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He will not drive on I-4 even if it's like...
We're trying to like
Yeah.
one of these preserves or...
Yeah. Well, we got a truck, so...
State Park. I hate how like if I touch something here, it like suggests it over there.
Yeah.
Well, we're past Palm Coast at this point. It'll have to be the Flagler County line. No doubt about it. We got too much ground to cover.
Yeah.
I hate it. You know, like I really want to. Like it sucks. Like people are like, "Oh, you didn't do this time." I'm like, it's not that I don't want to. It's like, bro.
There's only so much daylight, and I
much
have to
you
cover a certain amount of
Yeah.
miles. So, you know, there's more that I had to do. There's only one Katie and Jose.
Eating early will help us as well.
Yeah.
I know it takes away an hour of daylight, but I think we do better when we eat early.
Yeah, like health-wise, it's definitely better.
Yeah. So, is there anything we want to eat in Daytona? Puerto Rican? Well, that's kind of heavy for being on the road.
Too heavy. That's
Cuban,
too
maybe?
heavy. Yeah.
Even Cuban's a little on the heavy side.
Yeah.
Wow, there's a lot of Cuban restaurants in Daytona. Wow. Dude, there's like 20 Cuban restaurants in Daytona. Lulu's, Oceanside Grill, Café con no sé qué cosa. Café con leche, what? 4.7.
That's what I want.
We're only 35 minutes away. Let's go.
Let's go. Vamos.
Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City? Blah, 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 blah. Hey there, Delilah, what's up? Holla at the player. Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in Flagler Beach? Da, 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 da. Café con leche, Granada.
That's what I want.
Interestingly, we're gonna miss on Ormond by the beach. On the way there.
Okay. But if I could have like café con leche, Granada.
Make up for it. leche granada. This place looks dope.
Yeah, let's go.
It's in Ormond by the sea.
Whatever. I just want to eat.
It's got a 4.7.
Nice.
Look at the photos. Make sure it's not like tourists that are thinking it's good. No, this looks legit.
And make sure it's not like a food truck or...
No. This is a restaurant. And they got Mexican food too.
Oh, nice.
It's like a Cuban Mexican one.
Oh!
Or you can get like both.
That is like... There was a restaurant we used to go years ago when we used to go to West Palm Beach.
Mm-hmm.
It's still there. I haven't been there in years.
Mm-hmm.
And I still think about how awesome that is.
Which one?
The Cuban Mexican restaurant in West Palm Beach.
Yeah. That's a good cuisine combination.
Yeah.
You remember a wedding we went to that was like a family Mexican, like a Cuban family marrying a Mexican family? No. It was a Mexican wedding, but a lot of the guests were Cubans.
Is it?
For neighbors across the street.
Yeah.
Where it was a Mexican wedding, but like half the guests were Cubans.
Yeah.
Do you remember how good the food was that day?
Oh my gosh! Like
that was the best food at any wedding.
Some of the best food that I've ever had has been at like weddings and baby showers that we went to.
Like that wedding, the food, because it was a Mexican wedding, but it's like Mexicans that are really tied in with Cubans, and it was like half Cuban. Like the people that prepared the food were Cubans. It was like the food in that wedding was just...
There's a few, like, I remember this salad. I think it was a salad, and there was also, like, yuca or something. And it had this sauce. It was incredible. It was like this avocado-y salad thingy. And also they had yuca with, like, this green sauce on it.
I remember, like, I grabbed, like, Cuban meats, but then I put, like, Mexican sauces on it.
No. Wow. This was like a different... I'm talking about a different one, but yeah. One of your family members, I think, married a Colombian or...
Colombian wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a Colombian wedding. Or the Colombian baby shower.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
So good.
Yeah. I remember one time, it was a party we got invited to. I think it was a wedding. It was an American gathering, mostly. And, no, it was a small get-together we did with somebody. And they made baked ziti, the people from Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Wow, I'm still... Do you know, like, baked ziti, if you actually make it the way it's supposed to make your jaw crack? I don't know why, but it does. Does anybody know, like, the scientific explanation of that? Baked ziti, if you make it the right way, when you eat it, it makes your jaw crack. Not sure why. It's a weird thing about baked. I gotta look it up. Let's see if Google has answers to that. Hey Siri, why does baked ziti make your jaw crack?
Sorry, I can't show the result to you while you're in the car.
Okay.
Why not? Hey Siri,
just say you're not
why
driving.
does baked ziti make your jaw crack? I'm the passenger, I'm not driving.
Sorry, I can't show the result to you while you're in the car.
Hey Siri. Hey Siri. I'm the passenger, I'm not driving.
Sorry, I don't understand.
You're gonna get fired. Hey Siri. You're fired, you stupid idiot.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Hey Siri. You're fired, stupid idiot.
Sorry, I don't understand.
You can see the ocean here, that's gorgeous. Hey Siri. Do you understand this? Middle finger.
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I can't do that.
Hey Siri. Hey Siri. If you don't answer what I told you, you're fired.
Sorry, I can't show the result to you while you're in the car.
Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Meet my new girlfriend Alexa, you're fired.
You have no new messages.
Stupid, that's why you're getting fired. Make sure you're not speeding. It's 35, you're going 45. See, that's why you're not a great driver like me.
Sure.
What's it like in New York City? Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, don't look at the scenery. Look at the road.
Well, you were the one that deprived me of looking at orcas while I'm driving, so...
I'm pretty sure there's no orcas out there. There could be. I'll let you know if I see something.
I saw something jumping, like, far
Oh, that would have been the cover photo right there.
Yeah.
You keep your eyes on the road and speed limit signs, okay? Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City? Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. I'm sure if you went out there, you could just see, like, if you just went out there, like, a few miles out, it's just, that would be so awesome. We gotta get a boat, man.
We definitely have to get a boat. Like, I want to get a boat, like, where we're at and just explore Tampa Bay, because I'm sure there's orcas in there.
Oh, yeah. And I'm sure if there were, nobody would be smart enough to take a picture of it to prove it.
Yeah, I know. I would.
Yeah.
I would take a bunch of pictures.
There's whales. They see whales up here. They see
Humpback,
pilot whales, and there's another even bigger one that makes like a migration through here during some time of the year. Nice truck. I'm not a Dodge fan, but that looks good.
My theory of why you see so many sharks here is because orcas push them in.
Yeah. There's bigger stuff out there that doesn't get along with them. You in my hood, dog. You got some bird, dog.
Yeah. Especially like New Smyrna, because you saw the one that washed up
Bobby Shmurda.
on Palm Coast.
Skinniest kid I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Look at the big wheels on that truck right there. This is just gorgeous out here. It's like being in California, but being in Florida. You know, this coast ain't that bad. It's alright. You see some good looking trees and waves. And very good beachy vibes.
Mexican Cuban food.
Where, right there?
Right there.
Cool.
Quesadillas.
This is Flagler Beach, by the way. Be careful, there's a lot of pedestrians here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, there's a lot of like Cuban food up this way.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of people that live up this way are originally from like further down, so they moved up this way, so they still stuck with the culture, you know. Culture vultures down there that take my food. They took my food. Oh man, they took your food. They took my food. This guy's not looking with the hooking. You know, like when you see people from Iowa and you look at them, laugh, point, and say they're definitely from Iowa. They look like potatoes.
I'm gonna have a potato today.
I am not gonna be welcome in Iowa. Iowa's a new state I hate. I'm getting tired of hating on Alabama. From now on, I hate Iowa.
We're probably going to Iowa later this year.
Good. Start brewing some hate for Iowa.
Watch you go to Iowa and you love it and you want to
Yeah. Probably not gonna happen in Iowa, but here we go. Flagler Beach. What an awesome vibe. We're leaving, dang it. There's people like argue with their marriage mates in public. It's like the trashiest thing you could ever do. Like,
I don't want to argue.
Catherine, we're leaving. Catherine, we've been here too long. Like, you imagine doing that in public? You've done it a few times. Yeah. Karen DeVille.
Yeah, usually there was a reason behind it.
Oh, you know they had Corella DeVille? Mm-hmm. Imagine Karen DeVille. Wouldn't that be like the coolest thing ever? Karen DeVille.
I'm sure there's someone out there with that name. And
Karen DeVille.
if they watch our YouTube channel, I'm sorry.
Karen DeVille. That could be like a movie. Like instead of Corella DeVille, like you know how they used to have Corella DeVille, like she was like this mean lady who would go around like kidnapping puppies or something?
Yeah.
Imagine if there was like a Karen DeVille. She just went around calling the cops on people. That would be a great movie. Karen DeVille. Kind of like similar to Corella DeVille, but with Karens.
Yeah.
You want to hang out here for a bit or want to keep moving?
I want to keep moving. I'm like what I'm seeing. I just want to move.
I like what I'm seeing too. Beautiful place.
Wham!
Hmm?
And I got the big boy. Look at the big boy.
That big boy right there.
Two of them.
Oh,
Two big
probably.
boys.
Oh, there's a big boy here.
That's not a big boy.
They have the big boy thingy though.
Yeah, it probably was a big
I
boy.
was like,
at
there's
one
no
point.
way there's a big boy here in Florida. I didn't know that.
There used to be in Orlando.
Yeah.
But it closed. I'm guessing the building was going bad or something
A lot
like
more
that.
Spanish people moving into this. Nice truck, man. I'm trying to tell you, buddy. This is awesome vibes. Big jacked up trucks. This is a great vibe, man.
I know.
A lot of Spanish,
This
a lot of
is
Puerto
like a
Ricans.
family vibe. This is like
Yeah,
where you'd
a lot
hang
of
out with your family.
Family and friends, yeah. A lot of Puerto Ricans I'm seeing. Cubans and Puerto Ricans. A little bit more diverse than it used to be. I guess this area is changing for the better.
Look at that wall right there with the manatees.
No,
and
that's
the
so
gator.
cool.
Yeah.
The mural.
Yeah.
Of course, the water here's not as pretty as where we live, but it's decent enough.
Yeah. This is like where you come for relaxation.
Oh, this is great, man. This is just gorgeous coastline. Flagler Beach. I guess Palm Coast would be the largest city near here. You're literally almost in the Palm Coast area. Yeah, Palm Coast. Bono, Flagler Beach.
How far are we away from the new place I want to go to?
We're the Cuban place?
Yeah.
100 minutes.
Continue on Florida A1A South for 19 miles.
We'll probably cross into Volusia County, and I'll still keep recording just so they can get the vibe of the area.
Yeah.
Flagler County is geographically kind of small. Yeah. The fact that you can drive along the water here is incredible. I got a tattoo.
Live nowadays, but I couldn't get one.
It's kind of tragic.
Yeah.
You got the people that get current tattoos like, why can't I get a job anymore? Like, well, maybe it's the goat on your neck. This camera's angering me. Cafe. Beachfront. What to each front? We got pirates up there. That's so cool. We got pirates on top of their house.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a vibe right here. This is so awesome. Majestic. The ocean. I mean, there's whales out there, man.
I know. Orca.
Portuguese man of war out there attacking
Orca's
divers.
pushing his sharks in.
Yeah. This is why I live in Flagler Beach.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't live here. It's a beautiful coastline. I mean, I love it. It's like everything is so pretty. Buildings are all colorful and murals, and that's what we need right there. 12 miles per gallon.
That actually would be probably.
Go Uber driving in that.
You tow a car behind it.
Put the yeah, that's the way to do it right there.
Yeah.
Like, put the passenger in the back of the car. That way you don't have to deal with the passenger. Just have a freaking dash cam. You don't have to be in the same car as the person. Then they can pull. Like, they can't pull any stunts on you. They're back there. You're up here.
I don't think you
Look at
can
the
have a
pelicans.
person in a tow car.
And Uber? Who says you can't? As long as they're getting the car they're supposed to be getting in. It doesn't matter if you're towing it behind a bus.
There's gotta be some kind of rule about this. No, legally, I don't think you can be in a car that's being towed.
I don't care. That's one way to get your Uber license revoked.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter if you're driving Uber or not. I think it's just like a law.
A lot of people do Uber and the Lyft. I think dealing with one app is enough of a nightmare. I can imagine having two apps open at once.
I don't know.
I love how like there's just randomly sailboats out there. Can you imagine how cool it'd be just to be out there in a sailboat?
I don't know.
Fishing.
If our YouTube gets big enough, I'm getting a catamaran.
Yeah. I love how like they experimented to see if they were gonna get hit by a car or not, and then you know what I mean? Like they have to be from Iowa. See how pale? Yeah, that's Iowa right there. Look how fat the last one is.
I
This
knew
is
that he was
definitely-
in the party, so
yeah.
I gotta let him go.
This is an Iowa group of people. Ask them what state they're from. Put your window down. Go, don't.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Why you drive fast?
I didn't drive fast. I drove 14.
You could have asked them what state they're from. I'm sure they're from
Yeah.
Iowa.
Yeah.
When we see stupid people doing stupid stuff, we gotta ask them what state they're from. Okay, that's gonna be the new thing on our channel. When we see somebody acting stupid, when we pull up to them, be like, "What state y'all from?" Oh, rock. Okay, what state y'all from? You could have stopped.
Okay.
And like asked them. Like I would have bet money on Iowa. They're fat enough to be from Iowa. Any fat tourist is like by default from Iowa. They're an okay group of people. I have never met so many Iowas until we moved to Bradenton and Sarasota. There's a lot of Iowas in Bradenton, Sarasota. In Naples, you just don't see them.
Yeah. In a good mood. I'm 18 minutes away from my Cuban food.
I think tonight, even if we get home at 4, hear me out. Even if we gotta like be out till 4 or 5 in the morning,
Yeah.
or sleep in the car for an hour or something, like it's worth it. We just gotta do it. You know what I mean? This reminds me of Maine almost. It's that tranquil.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know we talked about how we wanted to live in Maine. Wouldn't this be like a Florida substitute for Maine? This party's gotta be from Iowa too. Iowa people, like, they don't come to Florida by themselves. They always bring their family.
Well, you should bring your family on a vacation. I bring mine. You are my family.
Yeah. It's okay. We understand now. Flagler Beach, recreational area. Remember the unsightly water tower we used to have in Bonita Beach? And they got rid of it?
Yeah.
That was like my compass when I was like out in the Estero Bay, by the way.
Yeah.
Usually never got rid of that thing. It's like, how do you find a way back?
It was damaged during the hurricane.
Look at this, dude.
Yeah.
The water. I love how you can drive along the water here
I know.
for just a long stretch.
Yeah.
That right there makes this coast in a lot ways better than the other
They're
coasts.
making parking out here.
Yeah, you gotta be able to park right up in
So
there.
people will drive over the hill. Drinking.
Fall in.
Yeah.
Car. Alright. This is awesome. The fact that you can just drive along the beach here is so incredible. It's 35, by the way.
Yes, I'm going 32.
Okay, we'll go 35 because you have a line of cars behind you that are about to lose their ride. You know what? Ignore them. We're enjoying ourselves. If they're not enjoying themselves, that's their problem.
Exactly.
Yeah. The sand here is kind of like clayish and yellow, though. That's definitely a downside of this area. Like where we live, the sand's perfectly white. I think when you go to the beach, you want to see white sand, not yellow. This kind of looks like Michigan more in Florida. With the yellow sand. And anything that lands in that sand just disappears instantly.
Yeah.
Beautiful coastline. You're about to get hit by a pelican. Pelicano, el pelicanuno, el pelicanuno. Pelicanuno, pelicanuno. Pelicanuno, pelicanuno. El pelicanuno. Mama, yo quiero ver tu pelicanuno. Well, that was vulgar. It sounds like a very offensive word in Spanish. Pelicano? Pelican?
A pelican's butt.
Pelicano sounds like it sounds like Vulcano means like, what's a white hairs that white people get when they get old?
Gray hair.
Gray hair. And then peli means hair and cano means hair. So like in Spanish it sounds like gray haired hair.
Like a big hairy butt.
Yeah. And then ano in Spanish is anus, of course, so
Yeah.
it sounds like a very offensive. Pelican sounds like a very offensive word in Spanish. Is 55 here?
Yeah.
Yeah, the word pelican sounds very, very vulgar in Spanish. It sounds like a hairy butt. Hairy white
Hairy gray
butt.
butt.
Gray haired white. Yeah, sounds very offensive.
Yeah.
Pelican. Pelicano. Mira un pelicano volando. Había un pelicano volando. There's no way, like, you can just say the word in Spanish and it just sounds wrong. Even if you're not being vulgar. Even if you're not trying to be vulgar, it's just a nasty word. Pelican. Which is interesting because in English it sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
Pelican. Isn't pelican? Well, that's like a lot of the words that sound that are very offensive in Spanish or Italian sound pretty in English. Like an Italian person could like curse you out, and the Americans would be like, "Oh wow, what's a?"
I didn't realize we had an antenna on this car.
Yes, Catherine. Cars come with antennas.
Not all of them. No, like with the visible stick antenna.
Yes,
Usually
Katie.
it's, like, on top and it
Yes,
looks
Katie.
nice.
You bought a truck from General Motors. They're not really trying too hard. Can I put a tennis ball on it so people know that me and you procreated together?
We haven't created life yet.
No. Each tennis ball represents how many women you've procreated with. But if I put one tennis ball, it would represent me and you being together.
Okay.
It's pretty trashy. You don't know that that's when people put tennis balls on their truck?
Oh yeah, the
It
one
means-
who had like tennis balls all over his truck.
Yeah, that's
and
what it
was adding
represents.
It. Yeah.
Each tennis ball represents a girl you've had in your truck.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's like like if there's too many, it's like it's like a walking
Okay,
advertisement.
the idea for a male slut.
Yeah.
The idea is if you have enough tennis balls, then you have to get a 10-foot antenna, and then the antenna is leaning as you're driving, and then like you have that round antenna.
That's not even cool. That's like a walking advertisement for STDs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know in case you've seen it.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
Mhm.
Maybe I can get my one tennis ball up there. My lone tennis ball up there.
Okay.
There's something in the water there. It's just a rock or something?
People.
Okay. Well, people are the same color as rocks, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Water clarity is not the best out here. Maybe of course just see like a whale go like they do in California. You probably have to be like at least half a mile out to see that here.
Probably.
Maybe a mile out. Mile and a quarter. I'm sure there's whales out there, you just won't see them there.
Yeah.
We're definitely probably not in Flagler County anymore.
No,
I think we're probably in Volusia by now.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen any signs yet.
12 minutes. I am so excited.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah. I have never been so excited.
But what was I talking about?
Anytime you can get me at a Cuban Mexican place, I am like so excited.
These houses are probably a good 20 feet elevation. I mean, I don't think a storm surge would get this high ever. And even if it did, this coast doesn't flood.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know how to explain it. You would never get a storm surge on this coast like you do on the other coast
Yeah.
because the ocean here is deeper. The problem with the Gulf is because it's not deep,
Yeah.
it creates like a bulge of water, but here because the water's deep, it's not able to do that.
Yeah.
So here, like, I don't think these buildings up here are probably never ever gonna have to really worry about a storm surge
Yeah.
unless some absolutely abnormal thing were to happen.
You ever look at someone and think,
Wow, they're ugly.
No, they're from New York.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
This guy's from New York. Yeah,
Yeah.
all the time. I mean, you see, here, let me describe it. A black Nissan Murano. What was the cars New Yorkers used to drive? You don't see that many New Yorkers anymore. Like, remember during COVID when the New Yorkers came down, there was
Oh my
like 3
gosh.
cars they would drive exclusively.
Because they all switched to Florida.
Okay, what was
So now you don't know.
the cars that New Yorkers would always drive? Subarus.
Yes.
One Subarus. That was one, right?
Yeah.
Wow, it's gorgeous here. It's prettier here.
Yeah.
Man, I miss that day we had where we stayed at the hotel in Daytona.
Yeah.
That was just so serene. That was probably one of my most serene
Yeah,
times in
like
my
where I
life.
flooded the bathtub with bubbles.
Oh man.
That was fun.
How much is that hotel tonight? 600 you said?
I think it's booked out. And I couldn't get signal good enough to figure it out.
Yeah. I don't know if we could do it, man.
I don't think we can do it. No, we can't.
I mean, I could Uber drive and make up the difference. I would literally do it. Like, I would drive the whole night just so I could do it. It was in Daytona Beach Shores. Watch them fall. Man, this is so beautiful out here. Let me see here.
We're coming up pretty good on our stop.
Yeah, we'll be there. It's okay. Impossible.
I know.
Impossible.
We just gotta go home.
300. First of all, there's no availability, but if there was, it'd be 300.
Yeah.
$328. Can we do like partial points or no?
No. There's nothing available.
The Delta is gonna be 440.
No, we cannot do that. We gotta go home.
The one in New Smyrna's filled.
Mm-hmm.
It's full. It's Memorial Day weekend.
If you do well on an Uber, you could probably do well at Uber on home.
Not like here.
Continue on
Oh, I gotta
Florida
turn on the
A1A
Uber app
south
while we're
for
here
4
just so I can
miles.
get an idea how well it pays. So I'm eventually gonna do a video of the top 10 best places to Uber in Florida. Jacksonville is far superior than. By the way, I had no problem with customers. I had some moderately disgruntled drunks, but it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Because like the difference, Jacksonville is more like a more of a redneck city, where Sarasota is more of a yuppie city. It's definitely not the same vibe. Like Sarasota is more yuppie, so you get a lot more like people that won't talk to you and like are just indifferent. Where like Jacksonville, since there's so many rednecks, the conversations were great, and they're young kids too. Like I really liked. Late at night, we were having conversations. I will never have a conversation with a late passenger in Sarasota because they're yuppies.
Yeah.
Where here you're picking up people at 3 in the morning and they're still wanting to have a conversation, you know?
Yeah, he told me about 3 customers that he had that wanted to talk to him about his truck's warranty.
Rednecks. That's every redneck everywhere.
Yeah.
That's what rednecks like to talk about. You want to get a tip from rednecks, just start talking about trucks and warranties. Like, man, what's your warranty on this thing? You got a dang old tire pop or something, man. You just call AAA or something down there. Yeah, rednecks are always wanting to talk about trucks and warranties. Matter of fact, you don't even have to start the conversation. Now, that's a good-looking woman right there. Can you cover my eyes? Cover my eyes, Katie. I don't want to see it. See, you talk about how I'm always checking out good-looking women. I see that. I cover my eyes right there. You don't even have to worry, baby.
I wasn't.
Now, I don't think I was worried about that one, Jose. But no, like rednecks, as soon as they hop in, they're like, man, this is a nice truck, man. What year is it, man? What type of engine you got in it? What's the warranty on it? How many miles you got on it? Like rednecks, if you're in a truck and a redneck's hopping in, they're happy. You're gonna get a tip. Like that, my favorite passenger has to be a redneck. They hop in and they're like, man, this is a truck, brother. They're like, man, that's what's up right there. I don't even care if you're illegal. If you're driving a truck, man, you ought to be here. Just playing with you, man. Took that too far.
Yeah.
Rednecks are absolutely the best passengers you could have. First of all, they're pretty good at holding their alcohol. I don't know if you know that, but nobody will hold their alcohol better than a redneck. Like they could be drunk out of their minds, and they're like, "Man, I'm not too drunk, am I?" Like, no, dude, you're fine. Because I don't want to like throw up in here or nothing like that. Because then I would be a yuppie. Man, I had one kid last night, Katie. I've never wanted to hurt somebody so bad. I literally considered like going to jail just to beat this kid up. There was 2 light little skinny girls, and they must have been like just old enough to drink, or probably not even old enough to drink yet, but they somehow got it. They were very young. This kid was so unbearable. First of all, when I arrived, he was on the ground. By the way, if you're driving Uber and your passenger's on the ground when you arrive, you might just want to skip on that one. I'll give you that advice right now. If you're an Uber driver, and when you arrive to pick up your passenger is no longer standing, that might be the one you don't want to take. Just a clue, okay? If your passenger is no longer standing there on the ground when you arrive, that's not the passenger you want. He had 2 girls. One of them was his girlfriend. And the other one was like really irritated because like they were so pedante, which is in English repugnant. This kid was just repugnant. He was drunk. He was uneasy. He was trying to make jokes that weren't funny. He was like one time I had I stepped on the brake and he pretended like he flew through my windshield from the back seat. And the girl in the front, it was her account, right? And she's not the one. The couple's in the back. She's in the front. And I could visibly tell that she was getting like her patience was, because it wasn't her boyfriend, it was the other girl's boyfriend. Her patience were like in the last final straw of this girl's patience. She was just done with dealing with this kid. And I, for a second, literally thought, I want to beat this kid up. Welcome to Ormond Beach. I think now we're finally in Volusia County. I literally thought for a second, I want to beat this kid up. He needs a good beating. He made these girls so embarrassed, Katie. Like, the girl was like ticked, embarrassed. He was weird.
Well, I'm sure he got beat up that night, just not by you.
Katie, like, he couldn't handle drinking. It must have been his first time drinking. Like, you know, like, I told you who he reminded me of in personality.
Yeah.
Imagine that personality drinking.
Oh, gosh.
Beyond just, like, laying on the ground drunk, right? That guy. It was like that. It was just weird, creepy. And he slammed the door when he got out because he was so drunk. I could tell the girl in the front seat, she didn't say anything.
Yeah.
But her body language was, like, ticked at them, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, at one moment, she, like, went like this to them. Mm-hmm. Like, she, like, caught their attention. She was like, hey, you know, we're 3 minutes away, love.
Yes.
You know, like, really, this girl was just upset about it, with reason, you know?
Yeah.
And then I had one girl that got kicked out of an ambulance and she ordered an Uber. Now, I couldn't get her story too clear because she was kind of drinking and kind of disgruntled. But she and her friends were in an ambulance and they got kicked out of the ambulance. She kind of struggled to tell me the story. She was definitely a redneck. Yeah. You get a lot of angry female redneck passengers in Jacksonville. I think I got 2 angry female rednecks. This female redneck was like a blonde girl in jeans, and her friend or somebody she was with was so drunk that they got hurt while being drunk. Mm-hmm. And then they got in a fight with the paramedics, and the paramedics kicked them out of the ambulance.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, the paramedics kicked them out of the ambulance. And, or didn't let them get on the ambulance. I couldn't get the story right because they were so... she was so disgruntled that I couldn't really figure it out. And then I finally dropped her off her house, and then when we got there, she didn't want to get out.
Okay.
She wanted to stay talking, which is normal in Jacksonville, by the way. That's what I like about Jacksonville. Like in Sarasota, I think I've only had one passenger of over 300 rides who tried to stay in the vehicle once the ride ended to talk. And it was somebody that we were just, you know, we clicked up right and we were talking. Okay, well, this girl, I end the ride. I roll my windows down, let her know it's over, you know. And she just didn't want to get out. She just wanted to stay in the car and talk to me in front of her house. And I was like, let me call my wife and make sure she's sleeping. No. I told her to get out. Like, I put the windows down. And I was like, I gave her like a lot of subtle clues that it was time to get out. Like rolling my 4 windows down would have been a clue. Like, all right, have a good night. I got a wife, you know. Not interested. Would have also been a clue.
Yeah.
Anyways, now she wasn't like that, but like, what's weird about people in Jacksonville, males and females, is like when you finish the ride, they still don't get out. They like want to hang out and talk to you.
Because they're real people.
Yeah, they're rednecks. They actually engage in conversation. Where in Sarasota, they're yuppies. In Sarasota, you get people that don't even acknowledge you.
They were the people.
I make them get out. I end the rides. You get these yuppies in Sarasota, who they don't even want to like talk to you or acknowledge you. And I'll end the ride. I'll tell them, hey, dude, if you don't at least say hello to me, you're getting out. I've ended 2 rides already on people like that. Well, in Jacksonville, it's backwards. Like, they'll talk. You'll get another notification.
In a quarter mile,
They want to
turn right
talk.
onto East Granada Boulevard.
But this girl, she was visibly disgruntled. If she got in a fight with the paramedic, that shit's just giving you an idea of the type of mood she was in. I was, I hate paramedics, you know. But then when I pulled into her driveway, she didn't want to get out. And I was like, oh, no. I was like, you got to get out. I was like, well, I told her, I'm like, hey, I got another passenger waiting for
turn
me.
right onto East Granada Boulevard.
Like, you sure you don't want to come in? I was like, I got to go. But, no, I'm just kidding. It wasn't like, my neck!
In 1,000
And why do you end up in this lane if you went that far the other way? Now you're going back up the other way. What is wrong with you?
Okay. Sorry.
Anyways, in Jacksonville, the passengers, look at the map. It'll show you where you're going. In Jacksonville, like, they like to talk. They'll talk you to death, basically. The passengers will talk you to death. Or they'll want to stay in the car. There's a Puerto Rican flag right there and a Cuban flag. Cafe con Leche restaurant. That was it. You passed it.
Your destination is on the left.
Well, you gotta get to the parking, and the parking's in the back.
They got a Cuban and a Puerto Rican flag?
Yeah.
Cool. So maybe they have Puerto Rican food too.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what I was in the mood for.
Shops and eatery, parking
Yeah.
over here.
Anyways, it was like weird. It was like I've never had a girl not want to get out of the car. I can expect that from a guy because we're talking and whatever, you know. But to have a girl like stay in the car was weird. It was like, okay, shouldn't you be creeped out at 3 in the morning and you're in a stranger's car? Get out, run, woman, run for your life, woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, this restaurant's on the top.
Okay, that's fine. Find a parking spot and park.
Okay.
It was weird. Parking the shit over there, look straight ahead of the shit.
Okay.
Weird, she didn't want to get out. And like, I've had 5 passengers last night. Probably 3 of them didn't want to get out. They just wanted to stay in the car talking to you. Very odd.